For people that haven't heard of the labyrinth, it was one of the ancient wonders of the world. Like, this was described by Herodotus and Pliny the Elder and Strabo and all these historical figures that saw it. Herodotus described it as exceeding in splendor and wonder that of the pyramids.
Deep beneath the Egyptian desert lies a structure so mysterious that authorities have banned all exploration for over 17 years. This isn't just any ancient ruin. It's a colossal underground labyrinth that ancient historians claimed surpassed even the pyramids in grandeur. With 3,000 rooms stretching across multiple levels, this forbidden complex holds secrets so dangerous that modern governments refuse to let anyone inside. Today, we're uncovering the truth about the labyrinth no one was meant to enter. Our story begins in Egypt's Fayum region, where the most spectacular discovery in archaeology remains completely off-limits to the world. In 2008, ground-penetrating radar revealed what archaeologists had only dreamed of finding: the legendary Egyptian Labyrinth at Hawara, buried beneath the sands near Amenemhat, the third pyramid. The scan showed a massive rectangular structure spanning 70,000 square meters, buried 8 to 12 meters underground. This wasn't just ruins, it was an intact complex with walls, chambers, and corridors exactly where ancient historians said it would be. But here's where the story takes a sinister turn. Within months of this groundbreaking discovery, Egyptian authorities classified the findings and imposed a total excavation ban that remains in place today. For over 17 years, no archaeologist has been allowed near the site. The official reason: environmental protection. But experts believe something far more controversial lurks beneath the sand. The Belgian-Egyptian team that made the discovery using advanced VLF electromagnetic surveys found something even more mysterious: a freestanding metallic object they nicknamed Dippy. This strange artifact, shaped like the ancient Egyptian Shen ring symbolizing eternity, sits surrounded by a moat in the exact same shape. Its metallic signature defies explanation, and its composition remains unknown because authorities refuse to allow closer analysis. What makes this discovery truly impossible to ignore is its perfect match with ancient accounts. Greek historian Herodotus visited this labyrinth in the 5th century BCE and described it as surpassing even the pyramids. He claimed it contained 3,000 rooms, 1,500 above ground and 1,500 below. The Roman geographer Strabo confirmed these descriptions, calling it a work equal to the pyramids. Yet today, this archaeological treasure that could rewrite history sits locked away, hidden from scientists and the public alike. What could be so dangerous about this ancient labyrinth that modern governments would rather bury the truth than reveal it? To understand why this labyrinth terrifies authorities, we need to examine what ancient visitors actually witnessed inside. Herodotus, who personally explored the upper levels around 450 BCE, described a structure beyond human imagination. He wrote that the labyrinth surpassed even the pyramids in both scale and complexity. The building contained 12 roofed courts with doors facing each other, 6 facing north and 6 south, all enclosed within a massive outer wall. The maze-like passages between courts created an unending marvel that left visitors completely disoriented. But here's what makes this account truly chilling. Herodotus was forbidden from entering the underground levels. The Egyptian caretakers told him these lower chambers were the burial vaults of the kings who built the labyrinth and the sacred crocodiles. They would by no means show them, claiming these underground sections were too sacred for foreign eyes. Strabo's account, written centuries later, reveals even more disturbing details. He described the labyrinth as having hidden chambers with paths that twisted and turned through one another, making it impossible to enter or leave without a guide. The structure was deliberately designed to trap intruders. Once inside, you could wander the passages forever without finding your way out. The Greek historian Diodorus Siculus added that the labyrinth contained memorials to each pharaoh's homeland, temples, and sacrificial records, all depicted in paintings of extraordinary beauty. The entire structure was topped by a roof made from single stone slabs, suggesting engineering capabilities that shouldn't have existed 4,000 years ago. Perhaps most unsettling is what these ancient historians didn't say. None of them explained the labyrinth's true purpose. Was it a tomb, a temple, or something far more sinister. Their descriptions suggest a structure designed not to welcome visitors, but to prevent anyone from discovering what lay hidden in its deepest chambers. Why would ancient Egyptians build something so complex just to keep people out? The Egyptian Labyrinth wasn't the only maze designed to hide dangerous secrets. Ancient Crete tells a similar story of forbidden underground chambers. The legendary Labyrinth of Knossos, built by the master craftsman Daedalus, was specifically designed to contain the monstrous Minotaur. According to Greek mythology, King Minos commissioned this underground prison to hide his wife's shameful offspring, a creature so dangerous it required an inescapable maze to contain it. The labyrinth was constructed with such cunning that even its builder, Daedalus, could barely find his way out. But here's what's truly fascinating. Recent archaeological discoveries suggest these myths might contain kernels of terrifying truth. In 2024, archaeologists discovered a 4,000-year-old circular labyrinthine structure on Crete's Papura Hill. This Minoan construction, dating to 2000 to 1700 BCE, features the same complex design principles as the mythological labyrinth described by ancient authors. Even more disturbing, researchers confirmed in 2025 that an underground tunnel network, known as Chincana, really exists beneath the Incas' Temple of the Sun in Cusco. For centuries, these tunnels were considered myth until ground-penetrating radar proved Spanish colonial accounts were accurate. The Inca deliberately built these underground passages to hide something precious or dangerous from invaders. Modern excavations at Knossos revealed something equally unsettling. The palace complex contained over 1,300 rooms spread across multiple levels, creating a genuinely maze-like structure. Bull-themed frescoes covered the walls, including scenes of dangerous bull-leaping rituals that may have involved human sacrifice. Some scholars believe the Minotaur myth preserves memories of actual ritual killings performed in the palace's depths. What connects these ancient labyrinths across different continents and cultures is their shared purpose. They were all designed to hide something that ordinary people were never meant to find. The pattern is clear. Throughout history, powerful civilizations built elaborate underground mazes specifically to conceal dangerous knowledge from the world. If ancient labyrinths were built to hide secrets, why are modern governments continuing this tradition of concealment? The answer lies in what these underground complexes might actually contain. The Hawara Labyrinth isn't just another archaeological site. It represents the only complete library and administrative complex from the ancient world that has survived intact. While other ancient structures were looted or destroyed, this labyrinth was deliberately buried and preserved for over 2,000 years. Consider what could be hidden inside: complete records of advanced ancient technologies, evidence of lost civilizations, or knowledge that contradicts everything we've been taught about human history. The metallic object Dippy alone suggests artifacts that don't fit our understanding of ancient capabilities. Egyptian authorities' behavior reveals how seriously they take this threat. Since 2012, Hawara has been designated a closed zone, supposedly to protect Amenemhat III's pyramid. But this designation effectively bars foreign researchers and limits all access. The Mataha expedition's discovery of 3,300 stone fragments, ivory figurines, and inscribed slabs from Amenemhat III's era only intensified the lockdown. What makes this even more suspicious is the pattern of concealment at other Egyptian sites. Underground chambers have been discovered beneath the Sphinx and near other pyramids, but authorities consistently block further exploration. In 2017, cosmic ray scans revealed massive hidden chambers in the Great Pyramid, yet no follow-up investigations have been permitted. Dr. Zahi Hawass, Egypt's former head of antiquities, has repeatedly denied the existence of significant underground structures while simultaneously blocking excavations that could prove their existence. This contradictory behavior suggests a coordinated effort to suppress discoveries that could fundamentally challenge established historical narratives. The truth is becoming clear. Modern authorities aren't just protecting archaeological sites. They're actively concealing discoveries that could force us to completely rewrite human history. But what could be so revolutionary that it requires a global conspiracy of silence? The final piece of this puzzle reveals why these ancient labyrinths remain forbidden to this day. Advanced satellite imaging and ground-penetrating radar have revealed that the Hawara Labyrinth is far more extensive than even ancient historians described. Synthetic aperture radar penetration has mapped underground structures that align perfectly with historical accounts, showing a complex network of chambers, corridors, and rooms that could take years to explore. But the most disturbing discovery is the labyrinth's apparent purpose. Evidence suggests it wasn't just a burial complex or administrative center. It was a carefully designed repository for knowledge deemed too dangerous for ordinary humans. The ancient Egyptian practice of deliberately burying sacred sites to prevent defilement suggests they were protecting something of immense power. The pattern repeats across cultures. The Minoan labyrinths contained evidence of advanced astronomical knowledge and sophisticated engineering. The Inca tunnels preserved records and artifacts from civilizations that supposedly didn't possess writing systems. Each of these underground complexes was designed by ancient peoples who clearly possessed knowledge and capabilities far beyond what mainstream history acknowledges. Modern governments understand what archaeologists are only beginning to realize. These labyrinths don't just contain artifacts, they contain proof that human civilization is far older and more advanced than we've been told. The technologies, historical records, and evidence of global connections between ancient cultures could completely overturn our understanding of human development. This explains the desperate efforts to keep these sites sealed. The knowledge hidden in these underground chambers could prove that advanced civilizations existed tens of thousands of years ago, that ancient peoples possessed technologies we're only rediscovering today, and that our entire timeline of human progress is fundamentally wrong. The ancient builders of these labyrinths knew exactly what they were doing when they created structures designed to keep people out. They were protecting knowledge so powerful it could change everything we believe about our past. The ancient labyrinth at Hawara remains sealed, its secrets protected by modern governments who understand the explosive nature of what lies beneath. These underground complexes weren't just built to hide treasures, they were designed to conceal knowledge that could rewrite human history. The ancients knew some truths were too dangerous for the world to handle. Perhaps they were right. The question isn't what's hidden in these forbidden labyrinths, it's whether we're ready for the answers.